Good morning, good morning. It's your favorite teacher, Matthew James. And we are on our second week of the Identity series. And I have a feeling that I'm going to start speaking about my faith more and more. I have done it on this channel and I go into depth, but it's the root of who I am and the identity I find myself in. And it gives me strength and it gives me a purpose to walk out this life. And it makes sense to me. It's very practical. And the first thing we're going to address is the unseen decisions that change your life. So the unseen decision that I've made to change my life was that, giving my life to Christ. It's the only reason why I'm growing and why I'm rooted into it. And it lays down the path for me to follow. Because before that, I found my identity in the people I hung out with, the substances that I put myself into, my family. Everything else made my decisions by that. I found my identity in all those things. And when I gave my life to Christ, honestly, I told him to take control of my life and I will follow him and he would lead me to places that I needed to go and create me into the man I needed to be. And I wouldn't be sitting here in front of you, the man I am today, without that revelation and God bringing that to the forefront of my eyes. Do I still struggle? Yes, of course. But I know that everything that's happening happens for a purpose and for a reason. And I just try to follow that path that's for me, that he has laid out for me. And I'm never by myself. I'm never alone. And I always be rooted in that because that's the identity I fall under. I fall under the identity of I am a son of God. A son of God. He loves me before I even open up my mouth, before I wake up, before I do anything. And even before I came to him, he already loved me. And that is everything that I can't even put it in words. Because when we follow people and when we invest in people, they're going to fall at some point. We're going to fail. I failed a lot of people. People have failed me because we're human. We are flawed. That's what just happens. And you can't take it personal when that happens because that's just the nature of it. But knowing a God who loves you so much that he gave his only son for you, I don't know about you. I have a daughter and I do love people, but I'm not giving up my daughter for everyone's life. I'm sorry if that comes off very bad, but it's just the nature of it. I'm human. But a God who loves you so much that let his son die for us because he needed to and he wanted to do that. It's life-changing when you come to that revelation. I hope and pray that some of you that are watching that haven't done that really navigate that space and allow God to reveal himself to you. And just ask him, and he comes through every single time. It doesn't have to be this creative thing or this vision of perfection. He takes you where you are and he meets you and allow him to change you, and he will. I promise you that. So why growth happens in private before it's seen in public? Let's be honest. Whenever we do feel comfortable to be out in public, that's when it comes out. But in private, we have struggles. We are falling short in a lot of areas that we need to work on. So the only right thing to do is for you to take that private space and to navigate it and ask the curious questions of why am I doing this and why am I here? So you can navigate through it and try to make sense of things. And as time goes on, you start putting yourself out there. You start feeling comfortable because you know where you fall short of and you're actually confident to speak on it. You're a professional in whatever you're going through. So you can speak on it in other ways that other people can't. So when you're in the private space, which is okay, when you're in the private space to understand the inner workings of yourself, then it comes out to light. And you're a healed version of yourself and you know where you fell short of. Not saying that you can't be out public when you're going through private things, but it shows you how you handle things. And those of you who are helping others from a struggle that you had in the past, bravo to you. And that's very important because there's a lot of things we're going through that other people are going through, and they need someone to lean on. Be that person they can lean on, and you can support them and push them forward. How keeping promises to yourself builds confidence. So I don't know about you guys, but I have to self-talk myself. And when I self-talk, I look at that as an opportunity to approve and disapprove what I'm trying to get to. And honestly, I speak about this a lot, but core values. What are your core values? What are some things that you're going to stand on so you can be the person you need to be? And every decision you make adds to the person that you're becoming. So we should be walking that out. And it requires discipline, and it requires you to believe what you actually are trying to do. So as you do that with time, you build confidence and you know who you are. It's easy to know and do things if you know who you are. If you know who you are, you know where you're going. It's a vision. And why integrity starts long before recognition. So you have to continually to do the right things. You do the right things when no one is looking. And eventually people start to look. They start to ask questions like, why is this person have so much integrity? Why is this person still executing? And why is this person still carrying the way he's carrying himself or she's carrying himself? It's you doing the right things in the dark. When you're doing the right things in the dark, it soon comes to light. So this is not a thing that we're trying to fool people with. Don't try to do the right thing just to fool people that you're this kind of person. No, do the things that are right because they're right. That's lost in this world today. No one wants to do the right thing because it's the right thing. If someone drops $5, pick up the $5 and give it to them. Don't steal. It's the right thing to do to give that person back their money, okay? It's integrity. Integrity is very important, and it builds your character. And funny enough, character is who you are when there's nothing to gain. It's like what I just mentioned about integrity. You're doing the right things because it's the right thing to do, and it builds your character. Build your character. Be someone who's trustworthy. Be someone who's noble. Not because you're trying to get recognition, but just because that's the person you want to be. Be kind, not just to be kind. Be kind because it's who you are. And if you're struggling with that, I think you should just bring that to somebody and ask them, why are you feeling that way? Or maybe you should answer that question yourself. Why are you feeling that way? Because maybe it has a lot of maybe you have jealousy in your heart and envy in your heart that someone did something to you back in the days and you didn't appreciate it, and you're carrying that energy to other people. Well, if this message inspired you or it hit some levels, please comment, share, and like. Hope you have a great day. Deuces.